Hi everybody, welcome back to the craft room. Today's card is going to be like a complete opposite to what I would normally do, but I wanted to show you a sort of different technique really. I've got this set 666457. No, I've just given you one, sweetheart, lay down. I bought in a sale at some point, so it's got a couple of wintry ones. It's got best wishes and warmest wishes, so I'm going to use the Let It Snow. And I've got this little snowman, which I don't know where that's from. I've had him a few years. But what I would normally do is build him up and build him up and, you know. What we're going to do this time is do an inlay card. So make it completely flat, but with all the separate pieces. What you need for this, you can do it with any die as long as all your pieces are separate. Those little eyes are together, but that shouldn't be a problem because they're the same width apart as his actual eyes. And it's just going to be a completely flat card, but it's going to be all the different colours it needs to be. I'm going to leave that for a minute because I don't know what colour I want to do it. So we're going to build him as we go along. So because his hat sits over the top of his head and his scarf sits over the top of his body, you need to cut this, put it in, then cut that and put it in, and so forth. So the only thing we could do first is these little bits, which we might do, but let me get some colours out and we will get started. I'm going to cut him first in white. I might do a different base layer so that he shows up a bit more, but we can start. I couldn't decide on which other colours to use, so I've just pulled out the white. So we cut him first. We do need to cut the heart out of his body. So let's find some tape. So what you need to do is lay it over where the cut is. And just cut it out of there. Do the nose first. I might be able to do it like that. So I'm going to cut that out. So that's his eyes and heart done. I just need to do his little nose. Just about there. There we go. So there's those bits. Obviously don't use something this small of pieces if you don't want to mess with it. He's got some buttons, but there's no die for that. So, and if that was, I've lost it. I think I might do this icy blue. So let me cut a panel so we can do the next steps. So he's going to go on there. We're going to let it snow down there. Him next to it. We need to cut him about there. We'll cut that. Well, actually, we might cut that at the same time. Just keep hold of all the pieces. I'm going to stick these down so they don't move. So we'll put those to one side safely because we need all those little bits inside. And we're done with him. He's going to go in there. put his bits and bobs in later. But the next thing we need to cut is his hat, which we need to cut through everything. So we'll stick that on and just stick him in. Oops. Right. So we can leave that as it is. We don't need to cut that yet. We do need to cut his scarf, which we'll do about there. So we take him out. That's all our pieces cut out there. I've just got to decide what colour I'm going to do it. I thought I'd keep it all blue actually. So what we need to cut now is a blue hat. Let's do a blue hat. Blue scarf. I've cut a black matte layer. That'll give us something to stick all this to, which will make it a bit easier. And now it's just a case of paper piecing it in. We've got that piece that goes there. We'll get that in first. And put the scarf in. We got, what have we got next? Where's his little, what do we need? That's his little head. Yeah. Hat. I might just cut off that actually. And quickly cut a little bit of a white bobble. Then we just need to do his little heart. I will draw those buttons in because I haven't got anything to cut those. We didn't have anything to cut those. Found them. There's his eyes. And let's get these cut. Okay, crazy small eyes. Which I'm going to do first. Should his nose be orange? Possibly. Let's get the words in and then I might redo his nose in orange. Stick them in and then we'll find the bits to go with them. Okay, let's just do an orange carroty nose. That's his eyes. Heart and nose. This is the smallest one. I'm just going to highlight these little patches, stitching. I might just do a little bit of glitter on him. And there's the inlay card, which you can do with anything. I say, as long as the dies are all separate, or if you can cut them easily, like I did with the bobble on the hat. It can be easier if you don't use anything that overlaps, but I wanted to show you overlapping pieces because you can do it with those as well. You just got to do it in the right order. So that took 50 minutes. But I was funny about trying to work out what colours to use, wasn't I? So probably a little bit quicker than that. But that's it for this time. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Okay, bye.